Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. I'd love to see on the chat section if you guys can hear me so we can start. Okay. Okay, that's nice. All right. So my name is Olaleya Biola Oluwatobi, and I will be your host for today. Today's topic, as we all know, is the Franchise Investors Forum. And you would all be learning about franchising, finding the suitable franchise investment opportunities. I would like to tell you, if you don't already know, that franchising is the future of SMEs in Nigeria, um, leveraging on success of brand models. Um, I think in South Africa, they have about over 400 franchise systems and 23,000 franchise outlets. Franchising in South Africa grows about 13% annually and has about 11% failure. This means you have 90% success rates over there. At the end of this webinar you would have learned the kind of investments, the kind of franchise that are available for you to invest in. And you would also be asking the prof himself questions. Is Nigeria's most sought after franchise consultants? I would be introducing the speaker for today, Mr. Chiagozie Nwizu is the Managing Director of Business Development, Franchise Business Development Services, a pioneer franchise development company in Nigeria, which is a member of International Franchise Association and Nigeria's exclusive association representative of the World's Franchise Associates. Mr. Jose is an international franchise development consultant who has contributed in key capacity in the development of franchising in Nigeria. Without taking your time, I would love to introduce Mr. Chiagozie Nwizu. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Abiola. And hello there to all of our viewers out there. So happy Democracy Day, by the way. Today is June 12th. I wish all of us a happy Democracy Day. We are really trusting God for the nation of our dreams, and hoping that we can also have a nation where we are able to realize all of our economic dreams, as it is here, today in Nigeria. So thank you for joining us. We're really excited to host you to have this session today. So this is a series. Franchise Investors Forum is a series that we set up to educate a host of people who have money in their accounts looking for businesses they would invest in. Among these category are serial entrepreneurs, mostly career people, retirees, even fresh graduates. These days, to get a job is not easy to come by in Nigeria. So we are also, setting up suitable franchises for young people who are fresh out of school to be able to, make investments. I mean, 500,000 worth of. I remember my days in school so many years back. I had businesses. I was running, and so it was a thing. And I believe there's still a lot of young people who have those kind of that investment savvy. All right. So having said that, so today we are going to be looking at quite a number of things. We are going to be doing, introducing for many of us who do not understand what the concept of franchising is about. We're just going to give you a little bit of background to that. We're going to give you some localized background. I'm talking about franchising in Nigeria. So many questions you might have in your mind, like we've been hearing for so many years back. Some Nigerians think that franchising is another name for Mr. Biggs. Some people feel that franchising will not work in Nigeria. People cannot keep to contracts and different things. So for the past 6 years, FBDS has been trailblazing, and really we've done a lot. We've developed a lot of local franchises, and we've also brought in some foreign franchises to Nigeria. And we've really worked more in the areas of seeing how to localize the principle of franchising so that many of the concerns we have why either the franchisor do not want to franchise or you attending this investors forum today and your concerns why you might not want to buy a franchise so that all of these things will have them, sorted out. So these are part of the insights what we're going to be giving to you. Then we'll go into an exhibition. We will be showcasing, I think, something in the region of about 30 specially picked franchise opportunities that will really interest you. So let's get quickly into that. All right, I need to be able to share screen, my moderator. I need to be able to share screen. Okay, so while we are at that, I will go straight into it. So somebody might be asking, what is franchising? Okay, so let me just start from here. Hold a minute. Okay, here we go. So we gave franchising a definition that for our environment, that is a business giving another party. So when we say another party, it could be an investor that is a corporate investor or an individual, giving another party the right to leverage its proven and scalable business systems to operate a successful and profitable venture. So every single word that we have in this definition, they are very very important. They were carefully chosen. So here you are, you were career career person, you do not have experience in running an enterprise. Nigeria, the state of things in terms of ease of doing business, this is not the best time for someone to try to experiment with his hard-earned money or savings and all of that. So you want a proven business model. As someone that had been in career for years, I understand that there are career people who are either looking for a plan B, they want a work-life balance or for whatever reasons. And the challenge they have is that when they try to set up a business, they will have to depend on a family member or some friends somewhere to oversee the business while they keep to their career. And pretty much these people, they get their fingers burnt, right? When they do that, it has always been the same experience because these people do not have the time to take care of this business. And then they also do not have the experience. They are starting from a business plan and all of that. So by franchising, we're saying there is someone who has a proven model and he has proven this business. It is thriving, it is profitable, and is giving the other guy who he wants to partner with an opportunity to leverage that very system to replicate that success. So it becomes a win-win for everyone. Okay, so here is just a dashboard on how franchising is really helping various economies. I won't spend much time here, but in South Africa, we have over 900 franchise brands and nearly 1 million employees, and their revenue from franchising is currently over 800 billion rands generated from franchising. And here is that data there: 14% of their GDP is generated through franchising. That's the contribution. Is amazing. Interesting data again there is that 95% of franchise businesses in South Africa, irrespective of when they were set up, they are still thriving today. Can you compare that with startup businesses in Nigeria? Over 85% of startup businesses in Nigeria will not see the next 5 years. Which of them do you want to do? Anyway, we're going to come to that very comparison. Again, imagine an economy that franchising is delivering so sustainably in terms of a GDP that up to 14% of their GDP is being generated from franchise. Now, spare us the details for some more, the other countries and all of that. Okay, so you might be asking the question, why franchise, right? You are the prospective franchisee that we are talking to. Why may you want to franchise your business? One is for the freedom of being self-employed. Is a reliable retirement plan. So you can imagine, I've seen a number of retirees who got their retirement benefits and the saying goes, I'm sure you're familiar with that, retirees actually do not like to retire and just go to sit in the house and maybe only be tending to the garden. Most of them want to keep active. That's part of the opportunity to exercise and keep life exciting and going. So many of them want to have a business for so many reasons, to have some business that they are attending to. So would the option be to put this whole money in stocks and then cross the legs? The stock option, is that as reliable these days? Some other people want to do that because they want to set up a business that continues. Probably they still have kids in school, and for so many reasons. So here is why, part of the reason why most retirees are looking for businesses they can invest in, and the franchise option is still the best that is out there. So there's a knowledge transfer from proven business systems, right? So you can imagine if you are doing a franchise of maybe a slot or McDonald's, you are pretty much going to start and run a business as well as for whatever number of years that the business has been around, Okay, so by the way, we have polls that will be coming in. We really appreciate you attend to these polls. They are useful information that will help us to attend to your needs, in time. Okay, so then it is easy to set up and manage due to the franchisor support. There's a better chance to access finance and credit line opportunity from the franchisor. Banks, they do not give loan to start up businesses, but banks are always keen and are very willing to lend to franchisees of proven brands, some even distributors. If you get distributorship of some of the really thriving, although distributorship in itself anyway is a form of franchise, but we'll call that the product format franchise. So, some of the people who are like startups, because of the fact they're going to be leveraging the proven brand and model, the support of the anchor corporates or the franchisor in this case, banks are willing to lend to them, so guaranteed patronage from brand goodwill and retainerships. So beyond the goodwill, that the fact that when you open shop and the name of this brand that people know, people are clamoring, right, that it should come to their location, it makes people to trust and begin to patronize. You won't have to go through that period. And that is part of why startup businesses fail. Sometimes startup businesses have really some good offering, some quality products and all of that, but because people are trying to get to trust the products and the services and all of that, things do not, the business struggles during that very period, maybe exceeds the amount it budgeted for working capital and, eventually goes out of business. So there's a global brand promotion and awareness, right? So if it's an advert on the pages of the newspaper for Chicken Republic, for example, everyone is seeing that across the country, so that shared costs and expenses and also leveraging that very support is there. So there's the immediate patronage. I have talked about that, the cost efficiency through shared marketing, right? There's a reduced failure risk, very, very important, leveraging proven products and business systems, with proven profit, projections, continuous research and product improvement. These are the things that are a lot of luxury to startup businesses. Many startup businesses do not have all of that capital and, those key pillars, a key pillar like research and development for them to keep being competitive and keep delivering good value to the customers and keep, of course, being a relevant business. Continuous research. Okay, so new product line, innovation, leveraging existing customer base, opportunities to increase profit margin. Okay, so then why you may be asking, so the franchisor, what is in it for him? Why would a brand want to franchise? Why would they want to, be in partnership with me? So the franchisors are franchising because of the fact that it helps them to accelerate their expansion plans, and have deeper market penetration. I've seen businesses that started off within 1 year, they had about 2 or 3 locations, and in the second and the third year, they're already in about 4 countries, operating in geographical locations where they didn't even know much. The culture, they didn't know much about the culture. Why? Because you, as a franchisee who is partnering with such a franchisor, you are operating from a location where you are very familiar with. If you're a franchisee who is there up north, you are more, why people are afraid of doing business in the north, maybe for you, you know how to navigate and move around. That is not a problem to you. You market that very franchise in your church, in your mosque, in your local environment. You have your friends and your family, you put them into the business. So because of that, the franchisor wants to depend on this kind of support from the franchisee who is very familiar with that locality. There's also the interest in expanding and penetrating in the market with minimum cost and liability-free capital. What does that mean? The franchisor, if he were left to organically grow his capital to expand, perhaps in 10 years, he might not even be able to do more than 20 locations. But with franchising, a lot of businesses are able to operate in several hundreds of locations within just a space of maybe 5 years or so. I mean, we have so many of such success stories all over the world, and a number of them, maybe not up to hundreds, but a number of them here in Nigeria. So minimize contingent liabilities by sharing management responsibility. So the franchisor wants, there's a risk there in expanding, leveraging staff, leveraging people that are in paid employment, because these guys, all they've got to lose is their career. We're not saying that all career people, all employees, are not as dedicated, but there's that rest of mind, there's that control that is brought by the franchisee who has his skin in the game, someone like you, and who says, if he's asked to jump, he says, how high would you want me to jump? Because of the money that he has invested in the business. So there's minimized burden of operational logistics, again, because of the support, the group support that is given to the entire locations and all of that. Is able to cater, be able to share in the logistics and all of that. Then generate additional income stream and rewards. Franchisors get to also earn from their intellectual property. You pay them franchise fee because for so many years they had gone through the peaks and valleys and been able to build a viable business, So they also want to, access to global reach to be able to get into territories and locations, like I've said, where normally it would have been difficult for them to do it all by themselves and at their own cost. Okay, so now there's also what you get from a franchisor, you might be asking, and the responsibilities. This is just a high level, information on this. There is a whole lot more, but the franchisor provides you training, right? The know-how, the skill transfer, the onboarding, the systems, the turnkey solution for you to be able to operate your business very successfully. And again, the franchisor provides you the help, where to look, helps you to do a business plan, helps you to find a location, helps you to do literally everything, like he's the one that the way you would have done it if you were the one setting up that new outlet. Then on your own part, you are supposed to take responsibility for building out the outlets. That's what we call the construction, hiring your team. But there is an SOP, a standard operating procedure on how to do all these things, which the franchisor, provides to you. They permit the licensing, you're supposed to, buy these rights as part of the cost to your starting the franchise. There's also the local, within your local environment where you have the responsibility to market the business. These are part of the things that you are expected to do in this relationship. Okay, so now franchising is not for experience. So, okay, now, there are people we would like to discourage from really taking up a franchise. And if you think that this describes you, maybe franchising is not for you, because there's really no need going into a relationship where, you probably will not maximize the opportunities that you are supposed to gain. So things like, okay, So things like, so franchising is not for experienced and serial entrepreneurs. Yeah, if you're someone who has set up several businesses, maybe you should be including, um, you should be thinking of how you should actually build your own franchise. Focus on the business you are building, and really make it successful and franchise it out. Why? Because you might be coming across as if you know too much, and then be clashing with the franchisor. Then again, franchising requires a lot of discipline and will disrupt your comfort. So if you are someone who really want to take your time, and do things the way you want, wake up when you want, make changes as you want, right? Franchising is going to drive you. The franchisor, there are rules, and agreements that you must have to stick to. The discipline actually in these systems that are created by the franchisor are the reasons why the business is successful. So if you are not the type that can stick to that, maybe you should consider taking your time and running your own thing. Franchising is capital intensive. It will cost you more to set up a franchise, right? Because a franchise out, the franchisor creates again a system, in the approach of setting up a new outlet. It encompasses everything that makes sure that very particular outlet is successful, that the business succeeds. So, but a startup guy might want to cut corners, might want to use inexperienced staff, might want to maybe take up so many roles and do stuff all by himself and all of that. So franchising is going to cost you more. You're also going to pay franchise fees, franchise fee. But of course, the value is overwhelming. There's because of the guarantee you have that business that you are starting leveraging the support of the franchisor and the business model and all of that is going to succeed. So what do you want? Do you want the whole of an ant, or do you want maybe, do I say a toe of an elephant in terms of the way you want to look at the success and the opportunity? So it is not for people that want a lot of control and they want to make changes the way they wish. If you are going to do franchising, you are going to be absolutely sure that you are taking up a franchise that you are convinced that the franchise is doing very well, that the brand is very successful, that the franchisor is capable, the leadership, the management, the footprint, the success stories, that they are all in order. I mean, that you are looking up to them actually, So that might be what you probably will need to do, so that you don't want to be a lot controlling and wanting to do things the way you want. You want to do franchising in a way that if the franchisor tells you to jump, you say how high. Why? Because you can't do this thing by yourself, and you are really going to be leveraging the support and experience that they are going to be giving to you. So again, you will not get the excitement that comes with owning a business that you are responsible for innovating and creating. We Nigerians, the way we would just like to be, what are all those new names that we go with? Yeah, founder. I'm the founder, the promoter, the CEO, all of that stuff. Unfortunately, that's not for a franchise. So it depends on really what you want. Do you want a business that makes you money, that is reliable, where you're not breaking a sweat, in quote? You will break a sweat, you're going to work, but at least it's not the sweat of struggling and being frustrated out of business. So again, and finally, if you are setting up a business, you have operated at another organization at a C level, you should probably not consider franchising. What do I mean by this? If you have operated a business in so many years and at retirement, you want to set up a similar business, right? You've been a chartered accountant and you've managed, or as maybe a chief operating officer. Why am I saying chartered accountant? Yes, there are chartered accounting franchise firms. So but the thing is, I want to set up same business. Maybe you should check and see if you should, because you have a higher chance of succeeding in that business. Maybe you should find a way to give it a shot. Except it's such that you were more like in the technical side and really did not at that level move around and explore administrative areas, people management, because we are assuming that if you are at C level, you would have been an all-rounder. You probably have gone around the entire department of the business. Okay, so now is franchising for you? This is a very important question. So as we've established this, if you are still in doubt, then if 80% of these questions comes yes to you, definitely you should be buying a franchise. Are you interested in having alternative income stream? Do you desire to invest in a business with proven system and model? Are you a busy career person in need of alternative investment? Are you looking for a solid retirement plan? Would you want to acquire a right to own an outlet of an already established or successful brand? A minute, please. Yeah. Are you are you a number cruncher? Are you so look at your personality? What kind of thing do you are you someone that want to go solo? Are you someone that struggles with managing people and all of that? So it will be you will have to really um, put this into consideration in looking for a suitable franchise. When we begin to look at the franchises, you understand why we say this. Secondly, what type of experience and interest do you have? So again, your experience is very important. You want to carry the experience you have into managing and running your own business. So have you managed people before, right? Have you, are you the kind of person that like to work long hours? Do you like traveling, or maybe you have experience with traveling? These things are going to also come very handy in your making a choice of a franchise that you want to. So if you are someone that also has a technical background, maybe you worked in auto engineering space, there are a number of franchises that are into auto repairs. You're going to see a number of them we're going to be showing today. So find franchises that suit your career experience, your previous experience and areas of interest. So look for a credible franchise, ensure that you will receive support from the franchisor. This is very, very critical. But I want to assure you that the franchises we have today, the kind of franchisors that we are supporting as FBDS are the ones that are utterly sold out to supporting you as a franchisee to really succeed in your business. So there is a it's no more like the monkey the walk, baboon the chop kind of experience of some old franchises. So that you can be rest assured. So you have to choose a territory that works for you as well. You have to check out the reputation and the financial performance and other contractual documentations. Some of these things are not things you can do by yourself. You will have to rely on franchise experts like us, FBDS, to provide you advisory support in this area. Okay, so eventually you will need to do a tour of that very franchise. Go and see an outlet, see what's going on, see how the business operates, see what the money you are going to be investing is supposed to cover and all of that. And always engage and work with the support of professionals. You probably will need a financial advisor. You definitely will need franchise development consultants like us to provide you ongoing support even after you have made that investment and set up that franchise opportunity. Okay, so now we are going to go into the different franchises. We're going to be looking at them across various industries. So we have laundry and dry cleaning. Now here are the very interesting franchises that we have here. So Espresso Dry Cleaning is a franchise that what we call a small or micro franchise, the first of its type that is just a collection center. So you do not have to do any production. What we mean by production is you don't do any washing, you don't do all those back end thing. You are just customer facing. Pick up clothes, collect clothes from the customers, attend to their needs, their whatever specification in terms of the kind of quality of the kind of service, right, that they want for their clothes and all of that. And then they also come and pick it up at your location, or you could deliver it at their homes with bikes and all of that. I mean, this brand is totally sweet, a totally sweet franchise opportunity. Costs just about 4 million naira to set up, end to end, including the franchise fee. Because of time, I'll probably be spending just about 30 seconds on each of these brands. On each of these brands, in terms of the breakdown. So the basic information you need to know about this is, of course, for Expresso, they are looking for franchisees within Lagos for now, because they have their hubs, the production centers, all within Lagos, and so there's no opportunity for you to invest in this franchise anywhere outside Lagos, because when the clothes are picked up, they will need to be washed at a particular central location. Okay, so there is also sorry, hold on a minute. Yeah. Okay, so the criteria: you must have influence, good marketing skills. That's a no-brainer. You must be an owner-operator. You have to run this business. You require a minimum of you require 100% of the fund to be able to take up this franchise. Then another one in this category is cleaners, dry cleaners. So cleaners is the flip of Expresso. This particular cleaners is a very popular brand that many of us know, by the way. They have outlets all over in Lagos, if you are in Lagos. So but they are looking for franchisees who are going to become area franchisees who, like in different states, who are going to set up the production center this time around, where the clothes are washed and processed and all of that. So the investment requirement is as high as between 50 million naira to 80 million naira. So when you set up at that place, you are going to probably have a hub of collection centers that are bringing clothes to you. So if you are interested in really playing big in the laundry and dry cleaning services industry, definitely cleaners is highly recommended for you. Of course, the proposition, you can have access to a time-tested business model, training manuals, operating procedures on running this, location-based specialized marketing, one-stop shop for total fabric care. There is no kind of laundry service that they do not provide. Education. So under education, we have the Naughty Scientist. So Naughty Scientist is a children education franchise, right? And it helps kids of all ages to explore the world around them with exciting scientific activities. So now, who is a typical franchisee who would buy this franchise? If you're operating a school and you want to have all those extracurricular activities for school children, a lot of parents want their kids to participate in STEM, science, maths, engineering, blah, blah, blah. So that is all what these guys are doing. So you could set that up in your school, or you could take up the franchise even if you're not in the education sector, and you would operate it in various schools, and you are still the franchisee, and the schools will pay you fees for you to collaborate with them for that to operate in their location. So this is a foreign franchise, and franchise investment requirements ranges between $35,000 to about $150,000. It originated from Spain, and you get all the support you require end to end for you to operate this franchise. Still under education, we have the Fast Track Kids franchise. Yeah, so and this is really a very popular franchise, been around since 1998, in over 270 locations globally, and they are looking for master franchisees in Nigeria who are going to introduce the brand here. So again, but this time around, this is the school education through means of entertainment. They essentially help, kids they deploy different interesting ways that are entertainment-based to help children to be able to learn, to like education, to like studying and all of that. So it goes hands in glove with education, right? Okay, then in the real estate space, we have Remax. I'm sure many of us must have been seeing Remax around. Yes, some properties you see around with the tag, for sale tag, and it is Remax. So Remax is already in Nigeria, and they are sub-franchising to franchisees. Now, can I tell you what? This franchise is a very interesting franchise opportunity because you get to see the average person actually does one or two things in areas of real estate. People are working in offices, but they are marketing this land somewhere, marketing this property somewhere, and all that. But the disadvantage that these guys have is that they're not really taken seriously by a lot of people who are looking for properties. So they put in a lot of work with little results. Many times when they break through, so imagine selling a property of 100 million naira and they're asking for the typical 10% fee, finder's fee. Most people would not pay that, and they are just giving whatever. And I'm telling you from experience, and that's what happens. And if you are here and you've been in that very space, you totally agree with me. So, but what Remax provides you is that you get an office space if you want. They give you your own website. On the website, they create an extension for you, and you operate as a Remax agent. Yes, you're running your business. You have your own office where you're operating from. Now, the Remax in Nigeria, perhaps they have access to tens of thousands of properties, or let me say thousands of properties anywhere in the country, even abroad. So if you have clients who are interested in property anywhere, through the network of properties available to you as a Remax agent, you can easily get them what they want. And they train you, they certify you, you operate at a global, in terms of best practices and knowledge and skill, and you get the reputation and the respect you require from your clients. The values, values are endless. So, but the fee for Nigeria is actually a lot subsidized. If you have 4 million naira, it's enough for you to set up a Remax franchise in Nigeria, including your office, the licensing. How do you make money, you might ask? So when you, I think you take about 70% of the fee you make, and about 30% of that goes to Remax with all the support that you are getting. All right, so automotive services, here is a car wash brand that I totally love. Packet was pioneered by Boston University trained graduates, and this guy has redefined what car wash is all about, and he's operating in partnership with the mall. So if you are at the Lekki axis and you go to the Novari Mall, you will find a Packet. If you go to some of the malls at Abuja, you are going to find Packet. So, it is a technology-driven, totally technology-driven. So many things are automated in their processes. They also do waterless car wash and all of that. And people love the brand. The testimonials are all over there on the social media. So it's a very reliable and upgrade car wash service, and very, very affordable, right? With about 4 million naira, you should be able to set up a Packet car wash outlets with all the license and get all the support that you require. And I can tell you that this business is very, very lucrative. Okay, so also still in the automotive industry, we have Mr. Transmission and Milex. These are two different brands. They are into auto engineering, services and all that. So serving corporate organizations, and they're really doing big stuff, So it's America's leading transmission repair services with auto professionalism. And they are really looking forward to expanding both in big size and smaller size spaces, where more like they're going to play somewhere in between the very expensive auto repair businesses and the road side. And I tell you, there's a huge opportunity right at that very middle, okay? So the franchise investment costs between $172,000 to $280,000. You get every of the support training, hand-holding. And I can also assure you that there's a lot of innovation and services that they render that the average, even big auto repairs companies are not able to do. Okay, in agriculture, we have a very interesting brand, Tofan. So Tofan is like an Uber for tractor leasing business, right? And these guys have incredible opportunities. Currently, the demand, for you to understand, the demand for tractors in Nigeria is about 10,000 tractors. I mean, we are 10,000 tractors short for farmers in Nigeria. And these guys control the largest number of tractors in one place in the country. And they are really, really looking for people that will invest in tractors. So the same way you want to put your vehicle in Uber, that is where you put it. But these guys are a whole lot more organized, and it's a very lucrative business. You break even within about 16 months. You would have recouped about 14.5 million naira that you put in this business. And talk about the lifespan. The average lifespan of tractors in Nigeria, the way people poorly manage it, is usually not more than 2 years. It would have broken down. But these guys are able to manage your tractor for as long as 7 years. And you would have made your investment over and over and over. I would have loved to say more about Tofan, but this is much I can say. Now, it's still in the agricultural space. We have OCP. While we were setting up the OCP franchise, it was a thrill. So you can see various outlets. These guys started franchising just a couple of months back, but all the things you are seeing now are outlets that they have set up at different parts of the country. Currently, they are doing about 54 outlets, and before the end of next year, they would have had about 500 outlets. What are they doing? They are a one-stop shop agric input business. By agricultural input, I mean fertilizer. Of course, they blend fertilizer and, different types of pesticides, insecticides, and all of those stuff. One-stop shop for everything farmers require. And they are very operating at the remote locations. They set up very close to all these farm hubs, right? To all the farm hubs where people need to, where people need to, require their services. So if you know anything about fertilizer in Nigeria, you will know that it's always been rationed by the government and it hardly goes by. And these guys are pushing these very products like crazy, Yeah, so it's a very, very lucrative franchise opportunity. And I can assure you, it requires this is the maximum is actually 20 million naira, but there are some of the outlets that you will be investing just about 10 million naira to set up this franchise. And if you're operating in the agri space, I think I would strongly recommend that you buy the OCP franchise. Okay, in other sectors, services, we have Belfort franchise opportunity. So these guys are into auto. So that's the largest and most respected franchise across the globe, in line with the ratings, global franchise rating. So they are into home services in terms of cleaning, restoration, commercial, cleaning services and all of that. Yeah, and they are really looking for very good and trusted franchise partners in Nigeria. There is the cleaning industry in Nigeria is really booming, and the quality of service and expertise in terms of the required best practices is very, very in Nigeria is very limited. And if you are going to be buying this very franchise, there are a lot of contracts and deals in the cleaning space and facility management space that you will be clinching, both with their turnkey solution, their system, and the kind of support that you get from this franchise opportunity. So I wish I have time to really go into the various propositions and the key things that make these franchises very interesting. There's also the Reliance FM franchise. It's a key player also in the facility management space. They do repairs, air conditioner, virtually anything technical that you probably will have in a building. So all these public buildings that have escalators and air conditioners and all of that. They have the specialty, they have the warranty, which these, even the manufacturers who represent them, I mean the OEMs that produce this equipment, to service and maintain them. They're already in so many other countries in Africa, and they are looking for a franchise opportunity to come into the Nigerian market. With just 60 million naira, you'll be able to acquire this franchise opportunity and set it up end to end. Okay, then we have the Laura Ashley franchise. So this is an interior design franchise opportunity. So these guys, they do really high level interior decoration and design, for corporate organizations, for high net worth individuals, and the kind of people that when they are furnishing their homes, they want to import all of the stuff from different parts of the world. So they have partnership with, in terms of furnishings and fittings for houses, the furniture and all of that. They work with various companies all over the world to be able to bring these things in and give you that exquisite, give the customers that really best taste in terms of furnishing and their houses or their offices and all whatnot, right? Also, of course, when they come into Nigeria, part of the income stream for this business is that you also get to have some percentage from the furniture companies that their products are being used. They do refurbishing and all of that stuff alongside with it. So this is really the leading franchise in this particular space globally. So all them ladies that love home decoration, interior decoration, and all of that, you probably should give this a consideration. Okay, franchises for children, right? So we have the toy store. So the toy store is probably the world's biggest toy franchise. I mean, everywhere I've been to the world, all the big malls I've been to in the mall, toy store is there, So, and it's really a very, very profitable business. I don't need to say much about this franchise opportunity, yeah. But of course, if you're going to be operating this very franchise, you know that stuff around children's gaming and toys and play centers and all of that, game arcades and all of that, there is a very huge industry and people are really patronizing this, right? Okay, then franchises around beauty, the beauty and care industry. Okay, so we have Oriki. So Oriki is a very interesting franchise opportunity in the spa space. Incorporated in 2015, this brand leads in the luxury spa in Nigeria and with a global reach. Currently, they are setting up or have already fully set up 1 or 2 outlets in, I think, UK and the US. US, I remember clearly. And, this brand has really, really been growing even amidst the COVID challenge, when people thought that nobody would want to be touched and all of that. We were so amazed that Oriki probably tripled their revenues, right? And because of how innovative this business is, and is being led by a promoter who really is a stickler for excellence, I totally love this very brand, and they have a very high promise. So again, a maximum amount required is 80 million naira. I think with something a bit less, you should be able to make your investment in this franchise opportunity. They are looking for franchisees across different cities in the country. Return on investment is somewhere less than 2 years, I think about 1.5 years. Totally switch franchise opportunity, the Oriki franchise. Okay, then we have House of Tara. So this is a beauty brand into makeup. So House of Tara has different categories. They have a makeup room, the makeup school, where you could also train people who want to do the business of makeup. Oh, by the way, Oriki also has that, where they train people that want to do spa business and also earn revenue from that. So then there is the products that also is retailed at House of Tara, you know. So House of Tara franchise would cost somewhere in the region of 15 million naira for you to have these three combo operating from one location. House of Tara does not require any introduction to anybody in Nigeria. It's definitely one of the leading franchise brands, brands in the beauty space. So you want a House of Tara franchise, talk to us, we will help you to get one. Then we have VLCC. So VLCC is a wellness business that provides, they are more into natural sciences, healing, skin care, body care, and all of that, body improvements, so it's somewhere in between beauty and health, so they do also sort of some minor surgical operations and all these, body aesthetics and stuff. So it's a brand that originated from India, and you know how that very industry is booming in Nigeria. So if you are looking for a franchise in this very space, we are recommending the VLCC franchise opportunity, for you. Okay, so let's look at food. What do we have in food? Under food, we have Debonair's Pizza. So Debonair's is a leading food brand, of course, owned by USC Foods, the owners of Mr. Biggs. But this for so many years has been my favorite pizza brand, So it costs you about 40 to 60 million naira to set up a Debonair's Pizza, and it's really, really a very lucrative franchise opportunity. Pizza, people are really, really getting, right? So the pizza culture in Nigeria is really, really growing, and these businesses in this space are making a whole lot more money than they used to make before. Okay, so also in the food space, we have Chicken Republic. So Chicken Republic has really been doing well in the recent time. I think even with the lockdown, somewhere between the last 2 years and today, they grew from about 62 outlets to currently about 130. They doubled just within 2 years. Yeah, so I know we said that man must work, and I think Chicken Republic has really done well in the areas of innovation. They've continued to remain innovative in finding ways to, they came up with this 500 naira meal thing, and which at some time was a major cash cow for the business, So we should, the Chicken Republic franchise is also really a very interesting one. We have the coffee shop. Again, our coffee culture is really, really growing in Nigeria, So, a lot of people are looking for most of these high rises, workplaces, these buildings that have offices, they come with a default cafe somewhere, that everybody would be able to access that. So, so this franchise opportunity, the investment requirement is 45 million naira and is really doing very well in many other countries. I think they have about 2 outlets already in Nigeria. So we have the ice cream. Ice cream, this is a very interesting franchise opportunity. The Kamal's ice cream. So they do, I wish we have more pictures and video, but they have both the conventional and non-conventional ice creams, and they have a very wide range of products, and their ice creams are also affordable and can compete with the pricing here in Nigeria. Okay, then the retail industry, I think I'll be wrapping up with the retail industry. We're really having a lot of time constraints, so that's why I'm trying to tidy this up, and then we can go into questions and answers. Okay, so we have Slot. Slot does not require any introduction. So they are into phones and other accessories and other like laptops and other gadgets like that. So Slot is really a very well-known brand. The brand speaks for itself, is doing well. And the franchise opportunity has also been growing and expanding. So I think you should try and get a piece of this very pie before all the locations are taken up in the country. Then we have this brand, Tangerine. Tangerine, a totally lovely brand. They manufacture everything you can see in that picture. Throw pillows, furniture, table, lighting, and all sorts. But it is a retail franchise, the way you have the leather walls and the rest of them. But this is like a middle class, outlet in terms of the pricing. They are very creative, very innovative products. As a franchisee, you will be able to retail, you'll be able to provide interior decoration, consultancy, do refurbishment, and different things that they are offering. So and it costs between 18 to 30 million naira to set up this franchise. Okay, so Miniso, also a fantastic franchise opportunity that has really been growing and is really thriving in Nigeria. So if you want a Miniso franchise, again, it doesn't require much introduction. All the franchisees that we know that have taken up the Miniso franchise, they are very happy about this very brand. It is really delivering. If you want to get a franchise, please talk to us. We can provide you more information on that. Then we have the Ace. This is a franchise that we just signed up the brokerage services recently. Ace Home Center, everything about the hardwares. It probably is, if you go to ShopRite or Games, you probably just see maybe one or two sections where they have this hardware stuff. People are also learning how to DIY some of these home, some of these services that you want to, in terms of repairs and maintenances. I have these equipment, I'm acquiring them, I'm keeping them in my home, because sometimes when you have some of these, you have some challenges, these are things you can fix by yourself. But beyond that, also, of course, for people who are buying it, companies that are engineering firms, and there's a very large market for this. So it's a one-stop shop for all of these hardwares, and appliances. So cost between 110 to 500 million naira. I think they require about so many square meters, a very large warehouse kind of stuff, and they're looking to enter into Nigeria. Okay, so this is my last industry, the fitness space. So we have Tap Out Fitness, so it's a gym and fitness franchise. There are so many countries of the world already and are doing very well. Okay, we don't have that information here, but I know that they're already operating for nothing less than 40 countries of the world. And this is a very, very loved brand that is doing very well, Tap Out Fitness. Okay, Innova Pharma. So while we are waiting for our own pharma brands like Health Plus, MediPlus, where are they, to franchise, and I can tell you some of them are in the pipeline. Innova Pharma is really a very, very lucrative pharmacy franchise that is in many countries. So if you're looking for a franchise in this space, Innova Pharma will represent them in Nigeria, and we could help you. There's also Go Gym franchise, also another fitness franchise, but this is a much more bigger space, and they do a whole lot more in terms of fitness services. Okay, so I think rental industry, Avis. So Avis Rent a Car, you have your cars at the airport, as you would have it, and be able to render services to with retailership to organizations and all of that. So this does not cost a whole lot. Nigeria, to get this very franchise, actually, it costs something less than 20 million naira, not as much as what we have here. Okay, so that's where we end, and really thank you very much for your patience going through this very long slide. I'll be happy right now to take questions. I'm happy to take questions now. Thank you. Okay, so Abdullah, how do we go about the questions? Is somebody reading them out? I think you can read out the question. Are you muted? You are muted. You can read out the questions, yes, and then I can attend to them.
Most of them have already been answered by the team. Someone asked how much is the lowest investment for all of this year. Someone also asked for the contact. So there are a lot of questions that have already been answered, but you can just maybe take that as the
Okay.
subtopic, then
Maybe
we
you
can
can give.
round up. So how much is the
Yeah, maybe you can give me the top. I think we are
someone
just
is
in
asking?
time. Maybe you can just take an additional 5 minutes to answering questions that are really very important, and
Okay.
I'm sure that people wouldn't mind if we take just 5-10 minutes to really address their questions. So if you can give me, if you
Okay.
can
So
give
how
me
much?
top 5 questions, I can take them one at a time.
Okay. So how much is the lowest investment of all of this here?
Okay, the lowest franchise opportunity we have, I think maybe we should just focus on some of the brands that we have here. It should be in the region of 3 million naira. Maybe you should consider the package or the laundry franchise. Yeah, so that's in terms of fee. I would put it something at the region of 3 million naira. However, there are quite some other franchises that are coming up. Some of them are even franchises that don't require you to have an outlet. You are mobile. So like I mentioned, Oriki would soon roll out a franchise opportunity for people that want to deliver spa services at homes. So maybe you already have your own vehicle, and then you have the beds that you can stretch out and some of the other kits. So that very franchise opportunity probably would cost something in the region of, I can't say now, but it might be as low as 1 million naira, I don't know. Yeah, until when the brand eventually launches that. So there are other franchises in the pipeline like shawarma, barbecue, different things that are coming up, which we are hoping that they are going to cost a little bit less than 1 million naira. Okay. Next question.
Okay, I think from Buki, Camille's ice cream bar, how much is it to set up a franchise? So I think you already spoke about that, but if you want to also
Yeah.
reiterate.
Okay. So please, I would like at this point in time, because we have a lot of, in terms of database of people we engage about this very webinar. If you are attending this webinar, please just chat us your name and your email. I can hear people are asking for the slides. Okay. Chat us your name and your email right now so that we'll be able to share information with you. And put beside it any specific question you want answered. So for the person that asks about Camille, we are going to provide you specific information about this very ice cream. But so this is dollar denominated, right? You have to pay your franchise fee in dollars, and you have to have the capacity to be able to do about 2 or 3 outlets within a couple of years. So I would think that you should be looking at something in the region of 100 million naira at the minimum for you to be able to acquire this franchise. I'm resisting myself from going into the details to look at the slides where we have that information, but I think this should be okay for now. Also, we would like to ask if you are here and there's a particular franchise brand that you are interested in that we did not mention here, or you want to bring in from abroad, is part of what we facilitate and support with. So any franchise anywhere in the world you want to bring into Nigeria, you started talking to them, and you require to consult with us. There's a whole lot of ways we can assist you with that, including in negotiations, advising you, and all whatnot. Any business in Nigeria that you would like to see franchise, you also will not mind you're giving us that information. Oh, I would like to see nuts about cakes. I would like to see whatever brand franchise. This helps us when we are engaging these brands because we usually reach out to them to sell them. When we hear from a lot of people who are asking for franchise opportunities that they are interested in a particular brand, we reach out to them and say, hey, if you are considering this, we are getting a lot of requests. So it goes to any known local franchise that is in Nigeria, and you would like to talk to these brands, please put that in the chat. Let us see that information, and we'll reach out to you and help you. Okay, maybe I can take 2 more questions, Abiola. You are muted. You are muted, Abiola.
People have dropped their, yeah, people have dropped their emails, so we have to scroll way back up to find some of the questions. Okay, someone is asking, how do you differentiate between a good franchise and a bad one?
So it depends on when you came in. I'm assuming probably you missed the slide where I talked about how to assess end-to-end process of doing a franchise assessment. A good franchise could be good because of your personality. A bad franchise could be bad also because it is an ill-prepared franchise, or the attitude of the franchisee. So I can tell you that it is all in the process. So maybe when we share the slide, you can get that information on the steps to doing that assessment. The one key thing I must tell you is that any franchise that has not been proven, that has not replicated each success at several locations, that you look at their numbers and they are not profitable, or the franchisor is not willing to give you all the support you need, even at the point of engagement, or is hiding some information from you, that is not a good franchise to buy, okay? But I can tell you that a good franchise is based on your own personality and your interest, your preparation, and all of that, okay?
Yes. So the next one has to do with, okay, most of them have dropped their emails and their contact details. So, I mean, we'll be following up from that. So I would also like to say that the replay of this video would be up on YouTube, and everybody would get an email where you can watch it, then maybe ask more questions.
Okay, so that'll be fine. That'll be fine. All right, so with this, thank you for your time, everyone. We are not going to, I can see that people are still chatting and providing information. We're going to be playing a video, just gives a bit more of information as we close. So please take that time and give us all the information you require. We are very big at engaging and responding, right? So at this time, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making out your time today, a Saturday. We did this because we believe that most of you are career people, and we want to hold something like this when you should be at the office and working. So happy Democracy Day one more time, my dear fellow Nigerians. And I pray for our nation at this very point in time that we're going to have a nation of our dreams. And again, a nation where we are all going to be very rich and have very thriving economic environment, which includes the franchise opportunities. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, and do have a nice day.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Right.
Buying the franchise of a popular brand. With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous franchising consulting brand in Africa. Have you ever desired to own a viable and profitable business? Do you know you can achieve this by simply buying the franchise of a popular brand? With a reasonable amount of capital investment, you can leverage on the success of one of our franchising brands to build a vibrant business with satisfactory ROI and guaranteed growth. In recent past, we, FBDS, have offered our professional services to high-end brands like Miniso, Cleanace, House of Tara, Slots, and Tofan, to mention a few, and have helped investors like you make wise investment choices, and we would like to do the same for you. Reach out to us today. Mail us at contact@FBDS Nigeria or visit our website. FBDS, the most trusted indigenous